I'll share that. It's funny because when I first started doing some of the exercises to learn how to actually feel and listen and to watch what was going on, I didn't realize how much I was missing. And our true nature is love, unconditional love, and that was the first time I really, really knew I was onto something. That but because how do you really, truly experience something if you don't first feel it? And I know Kate always says, feeling is the doorway to experience, and it truly is. I kept practicing stuff. I'd put headphones on and rock around and just practice the visual stuff, or I just I'd sit outside and just look at a flower just to try and feel the energy in song to song and feel my own song. And I started off with that, but now whenever I go someplace, if I'm riding in a car with Pat in particular, and the whole thing is that if something comes up and I have this feeling that we should slow down or we should stop or we should pull over or whatever, so many times I'm like, okay, you need to slow down. Well, this last one, I said, okay, I feel like it feels like you need to slow down. And Pat slowed down. She was like, I don't see anything that you need. I was like, I don't know. There's something that you're supposed to slow down for. We come around a corner, and if we had been going the same speed, we would have been in a head-on collision. It was like, that's what I was feeling right there. And that seems like a subtle thing, but I mean, and how do you tell people, okay, really learning to feel again, to wake up and have those kind of things and to really trust those kind of things. But what learning to feel really does now is that you realize that connection, that love that's permeating everything, and you get to have that beauty in your life that is not present when you're asleep. You're just not perceiving what's really there when you're in that illusional world that you're being controlled with, you know? It's such a beautiful thing, and it's a sacred thing, and I see it, like, in our book club, we have several people that show up, and we're all song to song, and we can share, and we're learning from each other, and it's open, we're authentic, and you start to live your life like that as you learn these ancient teachings, and it just makes everything so much richer. And I first read The Reluctant Shaman and then The Sacred Link, and there's just so much information in it, and it just comes together with this book.